I plan on titling this video something along the lines of breakthroughs and testimony, or breakthrough and revelation. Because I'm carrying that same energy from the video that I titled, like, Cast Your Burdens Unto God. I haven't left my cloud yet. I'm still on cloud 9. There's no exaggeration. I go to work, something I used to consider my prison, and I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy going to work. Ain't that something you would never hear me saying? Now, don't get me wrong, the corporate machine can still go somewhere. But, in my mental space I'm in right now, it can't be touched right now. Nothing can compromise it. Because I know I'm working with the most powerful force that we can possibly fathom. And even the highest degree of it that we can fathom is still not a proper description of the power that resides in all of us. I don't care if you call it God, Buddha, Ra, Yeshua, Yahweh. If your God is black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican, if your God's a man or a woman, I don't care. That all-powerful, that omnipotent power, the all-knowing power, that crazy force that resides in all of us, that's what I find myself communicating with all the time. I'm in a constant state of prayer, a constant state of meditation, a constant state of happiness. But I'm also in a constant state of wonder. Because one of the things I've noticed is, like, I'm seeing manifestations start to happen so much more. And it's more so because I'm not waiting for these things anymore. Because I now know that if I said it to him, her, whatever, and if I said it to God, if I said it to that omnipotent power, then it's going to happen. As long as I walk in faith. That is the most important thing. Faith. Some of y'all believe in God, but then when you ask for something, you look around for it. Well, if like, for example, you did the trust falls, you don't look around 6 times when the person's standing behind you. You just have to fall back and trust them, right? Well, that's the level of belief. That's the level of faith that I'm walking in right now. One of the first things, before I even really open my eyes, it just says walk in faith. That's the first and last thing I say every single day now. And it's not even like I wrote it down. It's not even like I made it an affirmation. It's something that I legitimately, I'm just operating that frequency of faith. A new frequency that's been there this entire time. I'm just living in it. You know what I'm saying? In these past couple of weeks, no exaggeration, I haven't really felt the need to truly complain about anything. I haven't felt the need to worry about anything. You know what I'm saying? And like, certain doors feel like they're opened back up. Doors that I didn't even know I closed feel like they're opened back up. And I'm just like, what's going on? Like, it's so amazing that it's still confusing to my little human mind. I'm just like, what's going on? Yo, really? It was that easy? Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, don't get me wrong. It's not foreign to me to receive compliments, but even when I'm at work on different job sites, the dude's like, yo, you're one of the chillest inspectors we know, man. We love working with you. And mind you, I said nothing, I did nothing out of the ordinary. It's just my energy is just radiant right now. And people are picking that up. Nothing at work can stress me out. Sure, some of these contractors act like children. They don't want to clean up their sites, and I gotta go out there and tell them what to do. But it doesn't bother me. I forget about it the second I leave that site. Nothing sticks with me. Nothing negative sticks with me right now. And I really do want y'all to really try to practice this, because some of y'all don't understand that old practice of letting go. Some of you are letting go to your hatred to somebody. Some of you are letting go, like for myself, I've done my healing right here on camera. I used to have this hatred for college. Don't get me wrong, would I do it again? Hell no. But, you know what I'm saying? I realized that hatred was holding me back, and it was causing blockages in my life. You see what I'm saying? There's two main forces in this world. There's love and there's fear. Well, if you're not loving everything, which one are you operating from? Fear is the father of hatred. You know what I'm saying? And when you hate something, like I did with college, like you did with your baby mama, like you did with your baby daddy that cheated on you, you know what I'm saying? Like that company that fired you too early, like this. You see, you're operating from a place of fear, a place of hatred. You got fired. Okay, you got fired. Well, you could sit there and be mad at your boss all day. You could be sitting here trying to come up with every way to get them and sue them and all that type of stuff. Now, if it's warranted, go for it. That might be your path. But you really have to look at it like this. You got fired. Now you can go anywhere. Now you can do whatever. Now you have time. Now, I'm not saying, I understand there's some people in different financial situations. Oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Catch yourself. Because if you lose your job and you start panicking, if you start worrying, if you start thinking God abandoned you, why would you do this to me, God? I did everything right. Where are you operating in, love or fear? It's just a simple question, you know? The funny thing is, it's kind of like one of Neville Goddard's lectures where he was talking about people like operating the proper mind space. And, you know, when you try to tell somebody, like I always use the example, like tell a depressed person to be happy. You're always going to try to hold on to that negative feeling just a little bit longer. If you were ranting about Susan from accounting, you know what I'm saying? If you think that popular person in school is just straight up asshole, you're going to be sitting there just complaining about them all day, every day, just wasting your mind power, wasting your mental facilities, wasting your imagination on the stupid things that they do to you. But guess what? If you imprint that into your subconscious mind, what are you going to keep manifesting over and over and over? And even with you hearing that, if I tell you right now, stop arguing with your boss in your head. Stop trying to find something in your boyfriend or girlfriend. You know, stop trying to look for something to be mad at. Some of you would try to hold on to that. No, but he does, but she said, but they do, but they did, but drop it. Let it go. Let it go. You see? Let's move up a level. When it comes to manifestation and your communications with the higher powers, whether you believe them to be higher level, higher dimensional deities, entities, God, Yahweh, Buddha, Yahweh, all that, you know, when you are working your way up the spiritual ladder and you are beginning to communicate more and more, first of all, you have to know some of them are there. They're always there to help you. Your angels are there to help you. There's higher level beings that are there to help you. And if you just want to skip all the way that and just go to the granddaddy, go to God, go to, you know, source, the mind, whatever you want to call it. When you start talking with that, one of the things that it's so hard for us to let go of is the simple fact that it's out of our control. Once we place our order in with the universe is going to handle it. You ever been the CEO and some random bum tried to tell you how to do something, some unsuccessful, negative thinking person tried to tell you how to do something? You're just like, yo, bro, no, fam, I got it. Like, I already have the program in place. Why are you telling me? Well, translate that to God. Translate that to the universe. Hey, universe, but yet, okay, like I see you working in ways I can't even fathom, and you're picking apart things from different dimensions and different parallel, you know, existences that I'm living in right now that I'm not even aware of. But if you can do it like this, though, this one little way that I can fathom, that'd be great. What's that sound like? So you got the authority to tell God, Buddha, Yahweh, Yeshua, Ra how to do their job, huh? So you realized in your own little world that you yourself couldn't do it by yourself. And you got the nerve to tell God, to tell the universe, the source, you know, the thing that literally put little tiny little atoms together to make you. And you got the nerve to tell it how to do its job. You got to let go. And this is what it means to have faith. You know, I truly do believe that there's a 3-step tier system. I keep overlapping when I make these videos, but they just keep coming to mind now. You know, I believe there's like tiers to this, there's levels to this shit, as some people would say. There's, you know, there's hope, then there's belief, and then there's faith, right? Hope is kind of like you're kind of more so on the negative side. You're used to bad things happening, but oh man, I hope everything works out. I hope it does. That means you don't see the end goal. That means that you don't see success in your future. You just hope it magically happens, right? Now, when you believe, that's a step in the right direction. And you can order these in different ways. But, you know, when you believe in something, that means you're seeing more of the optimistic side, but you don't really see how it's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen. I believe in you. I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I believe, you know, I believe. And then there's faith. That just said, yo, I asked for something. It's going to happen. I ain't even got nothing to worry about. That's faith. That's faith. And I've been loosening my grip on my control of my reality more and more because you still have control. It's just you don't have to be the one that moves all the chess pieces around. You know what I'm saying? You just place your order and sit back. And you see, faith is your fuel, right? Faith is your fuel. So when you really sit back and you truly do trust I don't care if it's your technique. I don't care if it's your God. I don't care if it's belief or the faith in yourself. I don't care whatever it is you believe. I don't care if you're Christian, Muslim, atheist, Satanic. I don't care. As long as you're not hurting yourself or others, I don't care what you believe in. As long as you have faith that something good is going to come into your life, then no matter what your belief system is, just have your faith system. Upgrade from belief system to faith system. You feel me? I've been to this park, over a dozen times now. And it's the most beautiful park today. Why? Because I'm operating from a new frequency. This is what elevation does. This is what ascension does to you. This is what a level up feels like. This is what tapping into a new source of power. I went from the horse and buggy to the supercharged V8. That's what I feel like right now. I went from a V8 to a jet engine. I went from a jet engine to a rocket ship. That's what I feel like right now. And when you when you operate from a different frequency, it's kind of like me healing from college. Let me use that example again. It's like I haven't been back since. I don't really plan on going back anytime soon, but I know I'm going to be able to go back there. And once I was living in a place of fear, anger, when I was walking around a place, I had weapons on me. I was ready to go. Anyone stepped in me like I was on it. Like I was literally like a walking demon. I'm not exaggerating. You know what I'm saying? But I know if I went back there now, I would just go back in a state of remembrance, a state of victory and almost. It's like, yo, I conquered this place. This place used to bother me. This place used to scare me. This place used to belittle me, but I conquered it. I won. Same old me, same location, but my mindset is different. My frequency is higher now. I do not abide in a fear state. I abide in a loving state. Thank you for all the lessons you gave me in this time of my life. At the time, I couldn't understand it and I reacted. But now that I'm older, now that I'm wiser, I could look at it and just be like, yo, I remember that. That was the spot where that happened, but I'm cool because it made me stronger. The same way how I've been talking about manifestation for so long. And there's still times I could probably go back and watch some of my videos and be like, but I didn't understand that little piece yet. Yeah, I use that faith word, I use that belief word, but they don't mean the same to me. They don't mean the same to me anymore. It's like now it means something different to me now. I operate from a faith system now. You know what I'm saying? I operate from a faith system. I know that everything I want will manifest. It's your belief that kind of slows it down. So like a water hose, right? Hope is you're squeezing the hose so tight that the water can't come through. Then belief is kind of like loosening your grip just a little bit more water's coming out, but you're still providing a little bit more resistance in the water hose, so there's not as much water coming out as there should be. But faith is just letting that shit fly. You know what I'm saying? That's what faith does for you. Once again, I'm not here to be, get all biblical on nobody and stuff. I'm not here to change people's beliefs or anything like that. You believe whatever it is that you want to believe. I just call it God because that name just makes sense to me. It's easy to say God, one word, 3 letters. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I've literally risen from my there's like the blind faith, and like that could be interpreted in different ways, but I'm gonna use it in the negative tense. There's my blind faith where I'm believing in something to which I have no true connection with. That's why I always ask people, what's your religious belief? What's your political belief? What's your blah, blah, blah belief? Why do you believe it, right? I grew up in the church. It made no sense to me. It was boring to me. It felt like I was missing a piece of the puzzle. It felt like everyone around me couldn't provide me with the right answers. So I was like, yeah, I believe in God and Jesus and my guardian angels. But if someone were to ask me back in those days, what does that mean? I'd be like, I don't know. God's the good guy, the devil's the bad guy. But once again, that's just a regurgitation of what I heard the adults around me saying. I had no true connection to what it was that I so-called believed in, right? But then I got to my point where I was getting shaky with God going through college. I was like, ew, bro, like, how the hell these dudes out here doing this crazy stuff, being racist, being violent, being belligerent, and I'm over here trying to be a good person, and I'm the one that's suffering? I don't get it, dog. Look at me still casting the blame, not casting my burdens, but casting the blame on God. So then I got mad and I rebelled. And that's when I cussed out God. I was like, yo, bro, you ain't doing it, bro. I got this because clearly you don't exist. There ain't no way this is happening and I'm going through this. Screw you. I'm done with you. Right? And then that's when I began the journey to find my way. I went through everything. I read Buddhism books. I read Sikhism books. I read some of the Muslim stuff. I got from wisdom from different mystics and different all this type of stuff. And all of them sound like they started talking about the same stuff. And so I started honing in on it slowly, right? So then as I began to believe on, began to explore these different belief systems, I was like, okay, but they all seem to start to be talking about the same things, but like I still feel like I need some help. Like I'm learning all this stuff, I'm practicing stuff. Yeah, I'm feeling better, but I'm not where I need to be. That's when I started to trust my angels again, And when I started to talk about the angels, when I started to talk to the angels, I'd be like, yo, I don't know if y'all exist. I don't know if y'all are real, but if you real, show me something. And that's when the hairs on my arms used to stand up every single time. Some people might call that placebo, but I didn't even think these dudes existed. And when I called on them, I'm already starting to feel it again. But every time I called on them, it's like the hairs on my arms stood up every time. It felt like somebody's face was like they were so close to me that they were damn near inside of my face. Like face to face, but even closer. Like if you was kissing somebody, but their face literally just phased through yours. That's how close to me they felt. And that sensation was something new to me because I was now open to it. You see, there's that old saying that you can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped. You can't teach someone that doesn't want to learn. Well, if you're not open to these types of things, you'll never feel their presence around you. You see what I'm saying? So then when I started working with the angels again, I was like, okay, bet y'all working, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like I still need more, And then I started getting that little intuition. Yo, God's there. God, nah, bro, you abandoned me. No, you abandoned me. So then it came back to, I was like, no, I'm going to figure this out. I'm just going to I'm going to lean more on my angels. I'm just going to lean into it more. And it helped. In the years of me beginning my YouTube channel, I was given the clues. Angels give me clues. That's how we communicate. They guide me. They show me the numbers. They show words stand out to me, and they give me clues. So then I got on the semen retention path. I learned about Neville Goddard, Walter Lanyon. You know what I'm saying? And just recently, U.S. Anderson. But I'm just going through, and I'm just putting all the pieces together. But Neville was the one that got me back. Neville was talking about, just rely on the Father. What I say to the Father in private will be rewarded to me openly. And I'm just like, you making sense, bro. But I don't trust that God dude, man. And I went through a couple of years of it, just kind of still fighting until I recently just started to say, what was it, last year when I just said I gave my life back to God. That's when a new journey began, And then after that, it was just yo, wait, okay. So I've been listening to Neville. He's been very impactful, but now his words mean so much more to me now. I'm like, I see what you're talking about. So when I just said that, I was like, screw it. I'm going to just fall back in. And ever since that, I've been on this path that's just leading me up and up and up and up and up and up and up. I'm rising to new heights I didn't imagine were possible. You know what I'm saying? I was still like someone that's all hippy dippy as me. I still equated success to money, wealth, all that type of stuff. Don't get me wrong. It helps. It helps in this 3D world, in this matrix world. But, you know what I'm saying? It's now I just realized I've won. And I'm just going to keep on winning. Because now I'm back in it. It's I believe in God now. But now I have faith in God. I have faith that everything I will say will happen. And now that I'm falling back in this faith, I am now experiencing all the things I'm talking with him with in private. In my meditations, in my prayer. Pray believing ye have already received. I don't need to read the whole book to see a couple of these dope quotes. You know what I'm saying? Once you just follow some of the basics and apply it into your life, everything just opens up to you. You know what I'm saying? I told you I'm on clouds. I'm on the One Piece God arc right now because that's just where I'm at. I have all these thoughts, lower vibrational thoughts that I want to express, but it might be a minute before I start talking about those. I need to get a few more thoughts off my chest with this one because I've been having a great time. So, yeah, to the next one.